Hello everybody, this is Mark. Welcome back to my tool truck. So today we're going to look at guys that are lube techs, and they are slowly moving over to being a beginner type tech. Still not a C-rate tech, but guys that are just starting to learn a little bit more what tools that could help you out during that time. If you go back and watch my other video, I'll link it somewhere up here, about being a lube tech and tools that you should have. A lot of times lube techs aren't allowed to do the work. They have to give it to somebody else. This is going to be, they're letting you do a little bit more work. Now again, we're going to assume that you have your basic stuff, your sockets, your screwdrivers, you know, ratchets, all that stuff. Let's start off with the first thing would be a coolant pressure tester. Now this one's a little bit larger. This is made by ATD. There it is there. I'm going to open this up. We'll do this one first to get it out of the way because it's a pain in the butt to move around. Let's see if we can see this one. All right. So this one here actually has a refiller in it, which is also nice to have, and a coolant pressure tester. Okay. Now that one is by ATD. The part number is ATD 3301A, and that covers a lot of different vehicles. It's really not that expensive in the grand scheme of things for everything that you have that you get in it. So that might be something that you might want to start looking into, is some type of coolant pressure tester. So the next thing would be they're letting you do spark plugs, changing out plugs and stuff like that. Now of course Vim has a great spark plug set. Now the part number on this one is a MSPM100, and that gives you all different sizes, 14 millimeters, 9/16, 5/8, deep ones, and they are all magnetic also. There's magnets inside each one. Comes in a nice the foam case, crappy display box. So that is another item that you might want to have in your arsenal, is some spark plug sockets. All right, moving on from there. Brakes. So there's all different types of brake sets out there, but here is one by Astro. Okay, this is this is a 78618. This is the brake caliber wind back tool set, so it will do both left and right-handed screwed back in the calibers. You know, there's actually another set. Let me grab it real quick. Let's see if I have one. There it is. This one here is by Gear Wrench. Okay, this is a 41520, and that gives you some basic tools, basic sockets and stuff for releasing the calibers and stuff like that. Not a bad little set for a beginner. And then of course Lyle makes a nice caliber tool to push the calibers back. No, not Lyle, I'm sorry. Lang Tools. Lang Tools makes a nice tool. All right, so moving on from there. You might be changing fuel filters, stuff like that. So Lyle has a very nice kit. I think I showed this once before on my page, but this is a Lyle 39480 fuel line disconnect set. It's an aluminum set. The little tool inside are spring loaded. Now that's a little bit different from the AST one. This one's probably a little bit cheaper. If you want to look at that, the part number is a 1018. Not a bad, it's a 10-piece disconnect set. Let's see, the Lyle one is a 13-piece. Might be nice to have in your toolbox some type of basic code reader. This one here is by Topdon. It's an RD Link 500. It's a nice code reader. It really is. Topdon, I'm very impressed with their stuff. I also like Autel. Autel's a great company. They've been around for a while. If you want the Autel one, this is just your basic engine trans type OBD2 scanner. And the part number on this one is an AL629. And in the Topdon, you just have to look up. They got crazy part numbers. So you just have to look it up. But there it is there, Topdon code reader. So something else that you might consider having in your toolbox. Usually the shop will have a scan tool, but if it's tied up with somebody else, you might want to just pull the codes. Another handy item is a temperature gun. Customer comes in complaining about, you know, the car doesn't have no heat or the car doesn't have air conditioning, whatever it might be, you can get a reading on that. This one's on Titan. This is a 51408. This is a very inexpensive tool. And I haven't had any problems with these. I was a little leery about putting Titan on my truck, but in the long run, they seem to be working out very well. Another tool that you might want to have is an inline spark checker. Check to see if you have spark in the system. This is one by Tool Aid. Part number is a 23970. Nice inexpensive toolkit to have for checking spark. Now, you might already have one, but any type of air ratchet or cordless ratchet could speed up your work a little bit. Just be careful when you're starting to get into air and cordless ratchets and stuff like that, that you don't start cross-threading things. This is a little bit on the expensive side. I would probably go with air if you're just moving into the field, unless you happen to have a couple extra bucks, get the cordless. Now, I'm a big fan of Power Probe, but this could be a dangerous tool in the wrong hands. If you're not comfortable with this, just get yourself a basic test light, or a voltmeter. Here's one by Electronic Specialties. Okay, this is a 480A. Nice little voltmeter. And then, of course, the Power Probe. But you have to be very careful when using a Power Probe, because Power Probes can, if you do it wrong, it can cause you a lot of problems. And there's this one here this is a green one, so the part number is a PP319 FTC-GRN for green. But Power Probe 3, if you're going to get any, the 4 you probably really don't need, and the 1s and 2s, they're obsolete. Don't even waste your money. Just go right for the 3. I sell more 3s than I sell out of any of the Power Probes. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Check out my next video if you like this one, and I will talk to you later on. Have a good day.